Welcome to Scholanetz. Please like and subscribe to learn math with easy and step-by-step explanations.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will discuss about the equivalent fractions. So let's go started. First of all, we will know what are equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are fractions that look different but have the same value or represent the same part of a whole. So what are equivalent fractions? That look different, but they have the same value and represent the same part of a whole. Okay? If you have two pizzas, okay, and from the first pizza, you have eaten the half of the pizza. This part you have just eaten. Okay? This half of the pizza you have already eaten. So what will be the fraction of this pizza? First, you have divided into two parts. And how many parts you have eaten? The half of that one. One part, 1/2. This is the half. Half of the pizza you have eaten. And the another pizza you have divided into 4 equal parts. And you have eaten the out of 4 equal parts, you have eaten 2 part of that pizza. So what will the fraction of this one? It will be 2/4. 2 because you have divide this pizza into 4 because you have divided this pizza into 4 equal parts, and you have eaten the out of 4 parts you have eaten 2 parts of the pizza. And then when you compare these two pizzas, you can see that in this pizza also you have eaten just the half of this pizza as you have eaten in your first pizza. So these two, you can say these two pizzas are equivalent, means 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4, because 1/4 is the half, and when you divide this pizza into 4 equal parts and you have eaten the 2 parts, it means you have eaten just the half of the pizza. That's why 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Okay, I hope it's clear what is equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction are, they look different but they represent the same value or the same part of a whole. Okay, now we will find how to find the equivalent fractions. To make an equivalent fraction, what we have to do? We have to multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, you have to just remember that whenever we have to find the equivalent fraction, we have to either use multiplication or division by the same number. We have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number, or we can divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, let's take some example. For example, 1/3, and it says find the equivalent of 1/3. So how you will find the equivalent of 1/3? Then we will use multiplication here. 1/3 is here. So first we will multiply this one with, use the multiplication, multiply with 2. So 1/3, 1 is multiplied with 2 and 3 will multiply with 2, because it says you have to multiply numerator and denominator both with the same number. This is 1 is in the numerator and 3 is the denominator. So we are multiplying with 2, then we have to multiply 1 also with 2 and 3 also with 2. We have to use the same number. We can't use the different number. Okay, then what will be the equivalent of 1/3? 2/6. 1/3 is equivalent to 2/3. 2/6. Now 1/3 multiply with 3. 1 will be multiplied with 3 and 3 will also be multiplied with 3. It will become 3 by 9. Then 1 by 3 multiply with 4. Then 1 multiply by 4 and 3 also multiply with 4. Then 4 by 12. So all these are equivalent to 1 by 3 is equivalent to 2 by 6 is equivalent to 3 by 9 is equivalent to 4 by 12. Understand? So how we find the equivalent of the fraction? We have to multiply. Here we are using the multiplication to find the fraction, equivalent fraction. Understand? If we are multiplying with any digit, we have to multiply the numerator as well and the denominator as well. Or you can say multiply with the same number up and down, both. Okay, so what we found that the so what we found that the equivalent fraction of 1 by 3 are 2 by 6, 3 by 9 and 4 by 12. Okay, and you can, if you have to multiply with 5, 6, you can do like that also. Okay, so these are the equivalent of 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is equal to 2 by 6, 2 by 6 is equal to 3 by 9, 3 by 9 is equal to 4 by 12. Now we will see how we can use the divide or division to find the equivalent fraction. Now we will find the equivalent fraction by using division. Take some example like 4 by 8. When we use the division, we find the smaller equivalent fraction. Okay, like 4 by 8 is bigger, so we have to find the smaller equivalent fraction. That's why we are using the divide here. So what we have to do? We have to divide numerator and denominator by the same number. If we will divide here, we can use the divide with 2. So what we have to do? We have to divide 4 divided by 2 and 8 will also be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2, it will be 2 upon 8. So this is the equivalent of 4 by 8. 2 by 8 is the equivalent of 4 by 8. Or you can divide 4 by 8 with 4 as well. It will be 4 divided by 4 and 4 divided by, 8 divided by 4. It will be 1 by 2. So what are the equivalent of 4 by 8? The equivalent of 4 by 8 are 2 by 8 and 1. Here it will be, here it will be 2 by 4. 2 by 4 and 1 by 2. So now we find the equivalent of 4 by 8. What are the equivalent of 4 by 8? The equivalent of 4 by 8 are 2 by 4 and 1 by 2. Here we use the divide to find the equivalent fraction. Okay. Take another example. 16 by 28. And you have to find the equivalent fraction of 16 upon 28. So again, we will here use the division method to find the smaller equivalent fraction. First, we will divide it with the 2. Always first start dividing with the 2. Let's see whether you can divide it with the 2 or not. If you can't, then you can go to the, if you can't divide it with 2, then you can do with the another number 3, 4, 5. Okay, so first start with the 2. So we will divide 16 will be divided by 2. Then we have to divide 28 will also be divided with 2. What we will get? 8 on 14. Now we will divide 16 with 4. Then 28 will also be divided with 4. Then it will be 4 by 7. So what are the equivalent of 16 upon 28? 8 upon 14 and 4 upon 7. These are equivalent of 16 by 28. You can say 16 by 28 or 16 upon 28. Okay. So what are the equivalent of 16 upon 28? 8 upon 14 and 4 upon 7. These are the equivalent of 16 by 28. So here we use the division method. We use divide. And in the previous example, we use the multiplication. Now you understand how to use the multiplication and divide to find the equivalent fraction. If the fraction is small, then always use the multiplication. And if the fraction is big, try to use the divide. Okay. Now let's solve some question to find the equivalent fraction. Now I will tell you another method to find the if the question is there and options are given and you have to choose which fraction is equivalent to the given fraction. Then how you will find it? So I will give you a simple method for that one. Question number 8 says 8 find the equivalent of 8 by 10. Equivalent fraction. Find the equivalent fraction of 8 by 10. And the options are given 2 by 4, 4 by 5, 5 by 10, and option D, 3 by 5. And you have to find the equivalent fraction of 8 upon 10. So this is a very simple method. It is called butterfly method. Butterfly method. Okay. What is butterfly method? Butterfly method is, here is 8 by 10. So you first take the option 1, that is 4. What you have to do? Take 8 by 10 here and use the times, that is multiplication. Take option 1, it is 2 by 4. Then what you have to do? You have to multiply these two together and these two together. Okay. So that is called butterfly. It becomes like a wings of a butterfly. That's why it's called butterfly method. Then 8 times 4, it will be 32. Then you have to put the equal sign. 10 times 2, it will be 20. Is 32 equal to 20? No. This means option 1 is not the equivalent of 8 by 10. Now check with the option C. 8 by 10 multiply with 4 by 5. Now we have to multiply these two. We have to cross multiplication. Okay. 4 times 8 times 5, it will be 40. 4 times 10, it will be 40. Is 40 equals to 40? Yes, 40 is equal to 40. It means our option C is equivalent to 8 by 10. So we get the answer that 4 by 5 is equivalent to 8 by 10. Okay. Understand how to find the equivalent if the options are given and you have to choose the correct option. So you can use this butterfly method. Take another question also. Question number 2. 3 by 4 and you have to find the equivalent fraction. The options are 6 by 8, option B 4 by 5, option C 2 by 4, and option D 1 by 2. And you have to choose the correct option, which one is equivalent to 3 by 4. So what we'll do, we'll again use the butterfly method. We have to first multiply. We'll take the first option, 6 by 8. 3 times 8, you have to always remember, you can't do the straight multiplication. You have to cross multiplication like a wing of a butterfly. So 3 multiply with 8, it will be 24. You have to put the equal sign, then let's see if it is equal or not. It is 24. Here in the first option, we got the answer. 24 is equal to 24. Okay, it means number A is correct. Or just if you want to first choose the B to see the B is equivalent to 3 by 4 or not. 3 by 4 times 4 by 5. 3 times 5 it will be 15. 4 times 4 it will be 16. It means 4, 15 and 16 are not equal. This means these options are wrong. All these options are, because here we already got our answer, that is option A. It means 6 by 8 is equivalent to 3 by 4. Let's solve more questions. Question number 3, it says 4 by 6 and we have to find the equivalent of 4 by 6. The options 1A is 8 by 10, option B is 1 by 2, option C is 8 by 12, option D is 6 by 8. So first take the option A, 4 by 6, then we have to use the butterfly method here. It is 40. 6 times 8 it will be 48. It means these two are not equal. So our option A is wrong. Now let's take the option B. 4 by 6 times 1 by 2. 4 times 8, 2 it will be 8. 6 times 1 it will be 6. It means this one is also not equal. So this is also not our answer. Now choose option C. 4 by 6 times 8 by 12. 12 times 4 it will be 48 and 6 times 8 it will be 48. Here we find our answer. 48 is equal to 48. This means this is our answer. 8 by 12 is equivalent to 4 by 6. Okay, let's take the last question. 2 by 4 and you have to find the equivalent of 2 by 4 and your options are 3 by 6, option B 6 by 10, option C 3 by 10 and option D 3 by 4. Start from the first option. 2 by 4 times 3 by 6. You have to cross multiplication. 2 times 6 it will be 12. 4 times 3 it will be 12. See, here we got our answer because 12 is equal to 12. It means this is our answer. If we'll take the 6 by 10, 2 by 4 and 6 by 10 will be 20, will not be equal to 24. It means these are wrong. The first option is correct. 3 by 6 is equivalent to 2 by 4. I hope you understand this butterfly method also. If you have given the option and you have to choose the one option and to find the equivalent fraction, then simply you can use this butterfly method. Okay, always do the cross multiplication. I hope equivalent fraction is clear to everyone. What are equivalent fraction? Equivalent fractions are that looks different but have the same value or represent the same part of a whole. And how we have to find out the equivalent fraction? Either by using multiplication or divide. We can find the equivalent fraction by using multiplication or division. And we always remember we have to multiply or divide numerator and denominator both with the same number. You can't add or subtract, or you can't change the value of the number. Okay, you have to just use the multiplication or divide, and with the same number you have to multiply numerator as well and denominator as well. You have to just remember these things to find the equivalent fraction. Then you can easily find out the equivalent fraction. And if you have given different, the question says you have to find the equivalent fraction and you have given different option, then simply use the butterfly method. You have to do the cross multiplication to find the equivalent fraction. I hope equivalent fraction is clear to everyone. See you in the next video with another fraction topic. Till then, keep practicing equivalent fraction and try to find the equivalent fraction by yourself, and also use the butterfly method to choose the correct option. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.